the way. I am Steve.
Oh my God. What a bunch of pussies.
This is what I've trained for.
We are Venom.
All right, bro. Today, everybody, hello. We are talking about Cobra Kai, season 6, part 3, or just basically the final season of Cobra Kai. Of course, when we talk about Cobra Kai, I had to get WM back. How are you doing, man?
I'm good.
You're good. All right. So, I think it'd be pretty simple to go by episode because, they were self-constrained stories, we could say. But what did you think of episode 1?
It was good. Right from the start, I could tell it was gonna be better than the past 2 parts of the last season.
Yeah, this would be episode 11. So, but it was good. Basically, the first episode is dealing with the after effects of Sakai Takai. Quan's dead because he tripped on the knife. He did a little chipsy whoopsie and he stabbed the knife into himself. So he died. Cobra Kai is basically no more. And well, there's still, you know what I mean. But Kreese is regretting a lot of things. Episode 1 was mainly a Kreese story and the kids wanting to fight again. That's basically what it was.
Yeah,
was
Daniel with the dealership.
Oh yeah, because he's freaking out over Barcelona because the tournament killed somebody, so he's losing it. He doesn't want anything to do with karate anymore. And then Amanda just goes in there and gives him that wife talk, just straighten up. You love this. Get back into it. Or whatever you do, I'll be there for you, basically. And yeah. And then our boy Terry Silver is making sure that everyone listens to him to get this thing back underway.
Yeah. And wait, is this the one with the reveal?
Which episode 1 was the reveal? Wait.
For Terry Silver?
Wait, what reveal are we talking? Oh, but he's sick?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in it, he's taking the pills and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's diagnosed with a illness. I think it was cancer or something.
Yeah.
But he's dying. And he wants to go out on one last win. And Daniel and Johnny just do not trust him. But he's like, you pick the venue, you pick the refs, everything. I just want to fight one last time, one last tournament. So then that starts up episode 2 where the tournament's back on and they're training and stuff. And was this the Robbie the simulator where he's fighting?
Yeah, I think so. And with Chosen on the date.
Yeah. The kids are training and then Chosen and Johnny and Amanda are on the double date. And Storage Wars is very big in that episode.
Yeah.
Chosen loves his Storage Wars. And he bonded with Winnie over his reality TV obsession, but it's just not the woman for him. He has eyes somewhere else. He received a sad letter and well.
Yeah, we get introduced to Moon's mom.
Mm-hmm. I just think that episodes 1 and 2 were the training, the setup for all this going down. But I gotta be honest with me. The story with Johnny is so relatable, bro. I know he's like the main character, but such like because I've been through a similar thing myself, where just having a kid while you're engaged, like not like fully married. It's just like that storyline just really, it's like it's relatable, and it was such a good like thread throughout the whole end of the show. Like he wants his dream to come true. He wants one last big win. He wants basically a win in life, and it's relatable. And I really like what they did with Johnny and how everyone got closer at the end. Him and Daniel are like close as they have a big bromance in this final part. It's really good to see. And
Oh yeah, is this the one with like Johnny and proposing?
I think that's 3, but 2 and 3 like are kind of like the cat like that catalyst of that. And then like 4 and 5 are like the tournament, I believe, like 3 to 5. But I think but basically it just goes along and they're training for the tournament. Tournament gets there. Basically, just John Kreese is going around apologizing to everyone. He's like, "I'm sorry, I did all these things to you."
Yeah. And... Hello.
Sorry. I someone tried to call me and it like was weird, but 3 was the episode where
It's like the
no,
main Sekai Taikai, right?
but no, episode 3 is the proposal and all that stuff with Johnny, and then I think episode 3 was the like double date as well. I know it was like 2 or 3 because that's like what's going on here. They're just getting ready for everything, and then 4 and 5 are like. I really want to talk about 4 because this is when um this is when they bring back a lot of good stuff. Like Kreese apologizes to Johnny for what he did. He's like, "Well, you know, I'm sorry, and if there's any way I can make it up to you, I will." And making it up to him because in the tournament, let's just be honest, Miyagi-Do doesn't do the best, right, WM?
Yeah.
Robbie gets a low blow from Axel from the Iron Dragons and gets his flipping leg broken. What the heck? And then Sam's just like, I am not being a part of that. We're not winning. So they step out of the tournament. And then our good old boy, John Kreese, is like, I'll do anything to make what I did to you up, Johnny. He's like, maybe you can. And Cobra Kai is officially back with Johnny as the sensei and Miguel and Tori as the male and female champions. Now, Tori and Sam have had a big arc. She said that she thinks Sam deserves to be in that place to win against people. And Sam also is like, well, I don't want to fight. And that's what Daniel learned from Mr. Miyagi. He's like, you win, you lose, whatever. It doesn't, that doesn't matter as long as you still have, you're a winner if you do, like, good things, basically. Or, you always have someone there for you.
Yeah,
it's a
like,
big family.
The best thing can do for you is get you out of a fight type of thing.
Yeah. And he agrees, and he's not disappointed in Sam. He agrees with her. They have, the hug. And then Tori and Miguel are the new champions of for the newly founded Cobra Kai with Johnny. So Daniel helps Johnny recreate Cobra Kai, and the biggest thing is like The boat, yeah, episode 4. At the end,
The boat.
the boat. This is the biggest thing of episode 4. Like we said, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is the kids learning about the tournament, Silver getting the tournament back up, and episode 2 and 3 are training and just the adults trying to figure all this out, all their problems out, and different things. And but episode 4, like I said, the tournament happens, does not go well for Miyagi though. They added this, and so of course Johnny comes back, and then at the end of episode 4, Terry Silver, the most evil bastard, because the thing that happens here is they win against of course in episode 4 they win against Terry Silver and Wolf. So well, let's just say Terry Silver's like, I'm gonna put out an assassination attempt on Johnny, or like, whoa, hey now, or no, he's gonna kidnap his family. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's like threaten them.
And then Kreese is like, well, well, we don't know it's him yet, but the bodyguard, he's like, okay, I guess I'll do this. I get the yacht, so he walks up the stairs, and then Terry Silver, do you remember what he says? He says, "Don't bloody up the place, or don't bang around the place. You don't own this yet." And then the guard gets thrown down the stairs.
He has knife cut or throat.
Yeah, and then Terry Silver breaks a bottle. He's like, "Who the heck is on my yacht?" And he goes up, and who is it?
Kreese.
Our main man, Kreese. He's like, bro, I have my redemption moment. And they do a little fighty poo.
Yeah, like warriors fight with honor.
Yep. And he breaks that bottle, but Silver gets him to the ground, but Silver had knocked him into what, WM?
Gasoline.
It knocked him into the propane tanks and gasoline. Yeah. So, and he had a lit cigar butt on the boat, and he just throws that cigar butt into the fire. They both explode on Terry Silver's yacht. What a redemption arc from my man Kreese over here. He saved everybody.
I basically knew that Kreese was gonna have to die at some point in these last episodes. Right from episode 11, when he's in that having like that conversation in that hut with Sensei Kim, and he's like, "I'm getting pretty tired. It's time for me to rest now." Like, I knew that enlightened Kreese was not a thing that was just gonna like hang around. He's got to go out.
Yeah, you turn a bad guy good. They got to die.
I had expected him to like just lay down and then like fade away like a Yoda exit.
Yeah, but I'm glad. I'm really glad what they did with him, because after seeing what happened with Quan and seeing how he's treated people all his life, and seeing that because he turned his anger, his resentment towards other people and made them hate and made them be, he made them feel things that he should have never put on them, and made them lose like everything in their life just because, he wanted that. He was like Wolf. He wanted that win. He wanted that triumph, and well, he saw that he was wrong for that, and it was a good storyline. But what does the game end up in? The tournament end up in WM?
A tie.
It's up in a flipping tie, so Johnny and Wolf have to fight. And dude,
yeah, this is like the best way you could end an episode or have a final episode, like a complete Johnny story.
No, and the thing I loved about it so much is it takes you back at the beginning of the episode to like his mom's grave, and he's there. This is years before the series. This is at the beginning when he's like, he's drinking, he's just losing his mind basically, and it goes back to that point. And he says, "I'm sorry, Mom. My tooth is great. I'm sorry. I'm such a disappointment. Maybe people are right, and I am a loser. I haven't accomplished anything." And but then you see how, because of what he did, how he helped people and got closer to people, that he became a better person. And of course, he has the new child, and he's Robbie and Miguel's dad too. So there you go. And but he really became a better man, better person, and because of what he experienced through the whole events of Cobra Kai. But this episode is like, and I loved it. They did a Karate Kid montage with Johnny and Daniel. You gotta love it. And
Yeah.
you're the best around. Oh, and
Yeah, I'm sad that they never played that.
but really great. And then
And Chosen, he like, oh yeah, we forgot Kim. Sensei Kim kills like her grandfather. Actually, Kreese gives her like a inspirational speech. So then she takes over
Yeah.
that dojo.
Yeah,
And
she become that was like in episode 1 or 2, but yeah, Kim becomes the head of Cobra Kai, and it kills Master Kim, and she takes over as the master. But the thing is Johnny's freaking out about Wolf because he knows he's powerful, but with the power of friendship, the power of Daniel, Robbie, like everyone that's there for him, he overcomes Wolf and beats him by the 3 points they need, and Cobra Kai wins the Sakai, and everyone's happy. And then do you want to go over the basically the character ending story things? Because
yeah, Miguel and Sam. Well, Sam like kind of like a subplot's going on is she wanted to go to a different school and like branch out a little instead of just going to the college in her hometown, I think. But she was keeping it from Miguel, so he didn't get like nervous before his fight. But he finds out, and then he's kind of like okay with it. And he's like, "Whatever best for you." And at the end, Miguel decides to like pay her a visit in Okinawa, which is where she's gonna go before he goes to Sanford.
Yeah, before he goes to Sanford, he's gonna go to Okinawa with her for a trip, and then come back for school. Robbie and Tori get the karate contracts, which is great. They deserve. Oh, after all they've been through, these characters have been through, especially Robbie and Tori, they deserve a good ending.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Robbie, but Tori, my God, she lost like everything. It's so sad. But
Robbie kind of grew on me this last half of the season because
yeah,
he was never really my favorite character because it kind of seemed like he was like all good or kind of all bad. Like season 2, he was good with Daniel, and season 3, he was just unnecessarily like conniving with Kreese. But then like he gets the redemption, and he's like, I'm okay with not winning once he gets injured because like I got everything I need. So that was good.
Yeah, but Hawkins and Dimitri got a Caltech.
Yeah.
The Binary Brothers are back, and they will be there. And there is teases there might be a spinoff with them. They talked
that would
about
be
that.
good.
They talked about that recently. Like they could do Hawk and Dimitri. But the one I feel like we know there is one spinoff already like happening. That's Karate Kid Legends, which takes place 3 years after the events of Cobra Kai. So the new Karate Kid is a sequel. So what happens in that, we'll have to see. But it's 3 years after the events of Cobra Kai. So
yeah, but they don't got like any of the Cobra Kai cast in it though, so that's kind of weird.
Besides Daniel.
Yeah.
But I think all the big moments they'll save. If there is a cameo, they're saving it because you don't want to be like Marvel and spoil stuff sometimes. But, but the ending, and then basically Johnny and Daniel are like they're using Miyagi Do and like they're using each dojo to help the students the same way, like Miyagi Do teaches them the defense, and then
Yeah, and Johnny gets his original
gets
dojo back.
gets the Cobra Kai dojo back, the one in the strip mall. Yep. And
And then Stingray makes his final appearance.
His final appearance for now. But yeah, they really. This is what I will say about this. When you have a show like this, one, all the seasons to me are fantastic. They're great. They might have some episodes might have dips. Where it's not like you're like it's a little but you get it. There has to be drama and some stuff, or story has to happen.
Yeah, that was like me in part 1 of season 6.
But I will have to say this, WM. I think this is probably one of the best final seasons for a TV show ever, because it gives you what you want, but leaves you wanting more.
Yeah.
Because that's what a good finale is supposed to do. But also, it is a closed chapter. Because the villains are gone, everyone's happy, everyone's figuring things out together, and it ends good. Like Johnny gets his house with his family, like an actual house with his family. Miguel and Sam are together. Robbie and Tori are together, and it ends good. And then Daniel and Johnny are like co-partners together. They're they're doing the dojos together basically.
And Daniel gets like closure on the Mr. Miyagi mystery.
He does, because what was it, WM?
Like they stole his wife's necklace, and then he went to get it back, and the guard was like, or the person who stole it, I think, was like, no, and then he had to beat him up.
Yeah, well, he started to fight Miyagi, and then Miyagi, he knocked him out, but he killed him. He was beating me up, poor Miyagi down, so Miyagi was like, nuh-uh. And so he did the crane kick and killed him. There you go. But
because Daniel's mom was giving that necklace to Sam and at like the final family dinner or something
for her graduation. Yep.
Yeah.
And for a special occasion, and now it did not happen how I thought it would, because now that we know that the movie is set a few years after this, it makes sense that they wouldn't like age up any characters now. But I thought they could have done an age up, but I'm glad they didn't. They're keeping it open. If they want to bring more back, they can, which is good. And I think there's a few more stories to tell, but after that, end it,
Yeah, I'm glad Miguel got the win, because earlier in the season when they were like, Robbie, I've lost 2 times, I can't lose again, I thought they might give the win to Robbie, and I was like, I was not for that. I'm in the show for Miguel, like, make no mistake.
Well, the thing is like, who are the main, besides Daniel and Johnny, of course, but like the main characters of this show? Well, I would say besides Daniel, Johnny and Miguel are the main center of this show.
Yeah, they started it.
It's been theirs. That the thing is, it's been their story. They came together and they won together, and like Johnny loves them both equally, and like he's just so. This is the thing I love about this show. It proves right there, Johnny is a good person, but he's just been screwed over in life, and and that's a relatable story too. But the thing I liked about this is it was like out of like these big produced shows, right? This was one of the most like family leaning kind of Christian messages out of any show. Like family, camaraderie, be there for your family, do the right thing. Like, it's like it's actually a good message and it's actually a good story. And I'm sad it's over. I want more. I think you do too. Probably want
Yeah.
more.
Although it's got such a good ending.
It was a great ending, but that's what like with also Better Call Saul. Like it ended, and it was really good ending, but it leaves you wondering like, well, what else is gonna happen?
Yeah, I watched that. I know you've been talking about it for like a while since we've been streaming, and it was better. It was a lot better than Breaking Bad, in my opinion.
It's amazing, amazing show, and but like stuff like that, it really makes you like, yeah, does it leave you wanting more? Yes, but you know that is the perfect conclusion for these characters, and I think it's gonna lead to more good things with the Miyagi verse, as they're calling it. So
The Miyagi verse.
into the Miyagi verse.
Oh, and
But
we got more deep fake Mr. Miyagi with the skeleton scene in Daniel.
yeah, but I like that it wasn't overdone. You get what I mean? Like it for the scene they did it for, it really worked. It worked well for that. But I think that
I think maybe they could have recast him though.
yeah, but that would have been kind of weird as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
either way, but still,
but
impactful.
it's like Tarkin. It's like Tarkin in Rogue One. It's weird, but did you like his like? Do you like that they were included in that? Yeah, I did, but it's also like it's also weird because they're not around anymore. So
Yeah.
it's one of those like uncanny valley things with that. And but in my opinion, this show has been one of the highlights of TV, just in general. Even if it's on streaming now, like it's highlight and it's gone now. But I want to ask you a question, WM. Uh, what did you think about the season overall? Like the full, like, but not going by episode. What did you think?
Overall, well, I gotta do a little bit, not overall, because like the second part of it really hooked me in and like got me liking it.
Yeah.
The first part I was like iffy about. It was like some unnecessary drama right at the end.
It's the big training arc drama. Yeah. I really liked all of it though. To me it made sense.
I think Barcelona could have been more fun with like Dimitri and Eli and Miguel.
Yeah, but the way they did it, I liked. It made sense.
And what was going on with Axel? Like, did he like Samantha at the end, or was it just like she was the embodiment of like his like goodness or something?
I think he liked her. What Terry Silver gave that away. Like he liked her and had feelings for her, and that's what like we're calling out his weakness for her. Because when he saw her, he did not do that to Miguel. He didn't like paralyze him again, which was so effed up from Silver and Wolf. They're like, "Hey, just paralyze the kid again. Do it." What? Whoa!
Yeah, he was definitely supposed to be like their Ivan Drago person.
Yeah, like, bro. Listen, I love a good villain, but my man has been through enough of his back. Did he right after he got out of the back injury? Like he was getting hit in the back, and people beating him in the back again. I was like, what the heck?
Oh yeah, how long would this be after like season 3? Like a year, maybe?
Maybe a year or two. I don't know.
I know it takes place like from season 1 to season 6, like 2.5 years, isn't it?
Maybe like I'd say at least once or 3 years, maybe. because it would make sense. Because everything goes dark after season 5 of Terror. Like, it's a year later, right? It's
Yeah.
Sakai Takai. It's like a year or so later
And
after
it
they
also
beat.
like be contained in high school years for them.
Yeah, because they had just started high school at the beginning of the first season, right? Or season 2.
Yeah, season 1.
Season 1 going into season 2 was high school. Yeah, beginning high school. So, and then they're at the end. So it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. But wow, I personally think now the thing that was weird to me, even though I think that it makes sense why he wasn't in it a lot, until the very end when they're saying goodbye to Sam at the airport, Daniel and him, like there were some other like characters that they were in the stands or watching the tournament, like the side characters, but I was like, where's Anthony? Like they're all
Anthony.
they're all sitting at dinner and he's nowhere to be found. Like, what the heck was that? Did
Yeah,
they?
like when they're at the wine tasting, Daniel's just like, we can get Anthony to learn a new culture and move. So I feel like that was them kind of like confirming it. Like they neglect Anthony's character sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. He comes back at the end. He's training with Daniel at the end, and then
And he's gonna fight for Cobra Kai in the next tournament.
yes, which we will probably not see because we'll probably hear about it in Legends, but but I really think they need to do a spinoff again because you have to lead up to that movie. Like, how do they get from? How does Daniel get from the end of Cobra Kai season 6 to the beginning of Legends? And so that's what I'm gonna think about. But I think that movie comes out in May, so we'll see soon. But WM, I think for me, overall the season, I know I really do think that this is probably one of my favorite seasons of this show, and one of my favorite ones in a long time for a final season. I mean, I literally think with everything, I give this like a 9 or 10 out of 10. I thought it was like basically perfect. It was that to me it was with everything.
That's what season 4 was for me. That
Yeah,
one was fun.
season 4 was good too, and that's when a lot of the Crease and Silver element came back more into it as well. Like that was a big. That's when everything was getting set up for all this with Crease and Silver.
Yeah, I feel really got like Kreese got a redemption arc because that's also a big
Yeah.
part of why I wasn't like vibing as much with the first and second parts. Because like Kreese, it just feels like his redemption arc is taking like a really long time.
Yeah.
He's just been like the villain around the corner like 8 times throughout the series.
But like I feel like that was the necessary build up for you know, he's trained all these people but he's never seen one of them like die like that. And I think that really screwed him up. Was that one of his students died under his watch. And with his knife as well. So it was I think that really got to his head and made him think a lot more. And I think and that does stuff to like things that you know were under your control and you basically lose that like son, you know, like he saw Quan as a great pupil, like someone he wanted to train for a long time, and then because of his arrogance and stupidity, it got him killed. It's so you know, it really makes you think in a moment like that.
Yeah, Quan was a character I was liking.
Well, he was a dick, but he was a good villain. So you gotta. And then he got and then he got
like the ego check by Axel.
Yeah, and then he died. So no, but and then of course they had this cremation at the beginning. They burned. They did
Oh,
the
yeah.
the cremation, because that's what sets this whole show in motion is Terry Silver getting all the judges to come back, or all the senseis to come back for Sekai Taikai, and then it goes from there for the season, like we've already talked about. But it's a amazing season, one of the best final seasons in a long time, and yeah, I really thought it was great.
One thing
Oh
I
yeah,
thought they
go.
could have done better was like the music, maybe like the themes for this season, because it kind of seemed like a lot of the same things at the end. And like we don't have any of the stuff from season 3 really anymore. Where it was like the fight scene with Johnny and Kreese and Daniel. They had like orchestral like magic stuff in it. It's like it reminded me of like a Star Wars scene with like the Emperor and stuff and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that type of music better.
Well, they were more upbeat themes. Like good stuff was happening.
Yeah, but like the Johnny or the Kreese and the Silver, that could have been like some more dramatic music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I I really liked like this whole season though, and I don't think that there will like I think this to me is one of the best revivals of any franchise ever. This is the perfect revival for a show. It's how you do it. You respect the characters, respect the lore, respect everything that came before, but also make something new with it. And that's what they did. And I think when you do something like that, it is one of the this is one of the best things I will admit, but because WM, we've had some problems with some other franchises, not doing some good stuff sometimes. Star Wars and Marvel sometimes, but recently some have come back on track. I'll give them credit, but Cobra Kai just hit it from the beginning. Perfect, perfect. So, what do you think about that? Like, actually, here's this: what type of legacy will you think Cobra Kai will leave behind? A good one, a big one, or like people will be like, "Oh yeah, that was great." I think this would go down as one of it goes right there with Karate Kid. After you watch those movies, it's Karate Kid and Cobra Kai because it's like the part. It's perfect. This is a time. This is timeless. It's a good story. I think it will live forever. Well, it'll be one of those ones that just will go on for years and years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think right now we'll have a good legacy because of how good Cobra Kai was. But maybe if they keep doing spin-offs and like they do too many, like Marvel started getting into in like Phase 4, it could maybe like ruin the experience for some people.
That's true. But the thing that I love about like the Cobra Kai directors is well, WM, you know this. With Cobra Kai and with like a show like Skeleton Crew that came out for Star Wars, have a plan and you can actually make a good series, some good stuff. The sequel trilogy didn't have a plan, and look how that went. It like ruined Star Wars. But I mean, it's so funny to me too, WM. These two shows came out like around the same time. Like the sequels to Cobra Kai came out like the same time, and Cobra Kai is significantly better and amazing, better revival, better sequel. So yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah, I think it would have come out like between The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
It's been
but
7 years. That's weird.
I know. It's crazy. It's my time has just flown. Cobra Kai is done now. Like I remember when we first did the season 5. Like, well, how long is that? 20. I think that was 22. It's like
Wow.
3 years ago.
Well, this season took a while to come out then. Oh yeah, because it's 3 parts and because of the writer's strike, probably.
Yeah, but because they released the first part in summer last year, and then second part in November of 24, and then the third part was February of 25. So, but either way, that's still right when it's fully done and ended. That was 3 years ago today when we did the season 5 discussion, our first ever podcast. So that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And but there you go, guys. I think that's it personally for this. Is there anything else you'd want to say, WM?
I'm just excited for like the spin-offs they could do, like maybe the Hawk and Dimitri.
Yeah, there
I
was
don't know if they
talks
could
about that.
carry a series though. I'd kind of like to see that in a movie on
I'd see
Netflix.
I could see a limited series, maybe.
Because they already did like
Yeah.
the super bad movie plot. So they could just do like another college thing and have action karate spin on it. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I could be awesome. I think Robbie and Tori they're like you do not need to do any more of their characters.
Yeah.
But, and the reason I say I don't mean to be like, oh my god, you can't have a bad. It's just I feel like they got the most definitive ending out of anyone. But my thing is I think Miguel and Sam need one. No, like just them, because you could have like Sam learning all this stuff like in Okinawa, where Mr. Miyagi was from, and learning all the history and maybe more about him, like herself as well. So I feel like Sam and Miguel could be a good story to tell later. But besides that, I think Daniel he's getting another project. We know that. So
Yeah, I'm kind of good with Daniel after the new movie.
yeah, Daniel got wrapped up really good, and Johnny, because we know what Johnny's going to be doing. He got his dream. So, Daniel and Johnny are basically done. With the I feel like their stories have like come to the conclusion they needed to be at. I feel like now, I think Hawk and Dimitri and Miguel and Sam are probably the best spin-offs they could do, and after that, I think that's the end of the Miyagi verse.
Stingray, they need a movie with him, Stingray.
Stingray the movie, yeah.
Because he's the actor. I saw him in this one other movie that was on Netflix a while ago. Like I think it's called like Queen Pins or something. And he's like this wannabe security guard who helps this actual cop on like a mission. And he basically just needs to do that again, but like with karate as his combat.
Yeah, that'd be funny. I can see a few spin-offs, but I don't think I could see. Well, now there's one of the movie, but there is. But after that, I think you could only do about 2 or 3 more shows, maybe, and then be done. I don't think you could go longer because I feel, and I think Hawk and Dimitri would be a limited series, like maybe 1 to 2 seasons, like skip through their college life or something. Like because I otherwise like you're doing like the Office at Caltech or something. But yeah. We will see, but I think that's it. Is there anything else you wanted to say? Or do you think that's it?
I think that's it.
For now. Yeah. All right, man. But it was great to have WM back on. Thank you all for watching. But we will have him back on probably this summer for Karate Kid Legends. Because we will do that. WM, it's like in the initial agreement when we started. Now we just cover every Karate Kid thing that comes out, and that's his episode he comes on for. So
yeah, I'm
The
gonna
kids-
try. I'm gonna try and get on more during the summer, but
Yeah.
just have to see my schedule goes day to day. Keep sending
Yeah.
me like links. I'll eventually see one in time.
I decided to send them as early as possible, but I'll send it to you early tomorrow, so you'll see it. But yeah, everybody, thank you for watching, Billy and chatting. We will talk to you later. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, there we go.